Ready or not, here life comes. Ready or not, here life comes. Every choice that you make, every decision is a brick that builds your future right now. So let me ask you, what future are you choosing to bring into reality right now? Because this new moon in Aries is not settle. This is the energetic new year of 2026. And tomorrow, October 9th, is a big forward moving day as Mars, the planet of motivation and drive and energy, is moving into Aries, its home sign. And it's healthy there. It wants to be there. And Mercury, yay, is leaving shadow after its retrograde in February. Then Mercury enters Aries on the 14th, and the new moon happens on the 17th. And just a couple days after that, the sun enters into Taurus, highlighting our money and our values and our resources. And then Mars is going to apply to Saturn, and it will be conjunct, which is asking us to slow down and think about what it is that we're building and what we're creating and where we're creating this momentum in our life, because we just don't want to be frantically creating momentum and busy doing things that have no value in our life or to us. We don't want to get lost in the minutia. We want to be intentional with our choices and our decisions and our actions at this time, because it is laying out our future right now. So this is an exciting time. Hi, Karina here, your Lucid Living coach. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm a healing arts astrologer, and I'm here to give you the new moon in Aries report. And this is a very powerful new moon in Aries that's happening on April 17th at 4:53 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this 27th degree, 2 is the moon and 7 is Neptune. So this will be the first new moon that's not at 28 degrees for the last 6 months. We've had all our new moons at 28 degrees. And so this is shifting, okay? We've been releasing and letting go in order to build what's new. A lot of new coming into our life because we're releasing the old. And 2 and 7 is a 9. So this is kind of like, we're done. We're done with our past identity. We're done with the past world. We're done with these past relationships and jobs and situations that just are not serving our highest good. And this Aries new moon, now Aries is ruled by Mars, and Mars cuts things out of our life. And there will be things being taken away or cut out of our life. And this is all for our best. So be prepared for a lot of momentum and a lot of change, because Uranus, that rules Aquarius, where the North Node is moving, we're going to have all the eclipses in Aquarius and Leo for the 18 months. And that is moving into Gemini, like soon at the end of this month. So there is going to be so much momentum and change and information and things moving so quickly. Remember I told you like things were going to start moving really quickly when Saturn and Neptune enters into Aries, and boy has it. Like I can't even catch my breath. I can't even like think. So it's like now the universe is asking us like, you need to prioritize time for meditation, because we're just reacting right now. We're reacting and we're staying present, but like we don't seem to have enough time and we're rushing through life right now. It feels like that, doesn't it? And so we just have to take a moment to breathe, a moment to be with ourselves, because there has been a lot going on in our lives. We've had loss. Like my papa passing was really, really big in my family. He built this right here, and this fence right here, and this little fence that I'm setting my laptop on, and his energy is everywhere around this cabin in Tahoe, and it just feels good to be here, but also it feels empty without him here. And so we're all going through this transformation and this change of like our lives have dramatically changed without these super important figures and people in our life. Okay. So I just want to say that if you've lost someone close to you, my heart goes out to you, prayers with you and your family and healing, and just know that time heals all wounds. We might be feeling a certain way now, but the more that time moves on, we will never forget these people that are important to us. Okay. So with that being said, my condolences. I know that there's already been 2 people this week that I found out that passed in my local community. And yeah, there's just been a lot. So let's just be gentle with ourselves and make time for self-care and quiet time. So we're moving through and processing the energy in a healthy way. So this is the completion point, a threshold, because after a 9 becomes a double-digit number. So something brand new is conspiring in our life. And what makes this more potent is that it's tied to Neptune energy. So this vision, imagination, illusion, and versus truth, and what we're choosing to believe into existence. So our thoughts manifest our reality. Like first things come in the form of thought, and then that thought turns into energy, emotion, emoting. So when we emote, those are the frequencies, like cell towers, right? And you have your cell phone and it goes straight to the towers. So that's the frequency we're emoting out into the world, is our emotions. So we want to make sure that our thoughts are on the things that we want to manifest in our life. And so we have thought, then emotion, and then that emotion sends out a signal and lets the universe know that it needs to manifest it into our reality, because we are creators. We are God lived inside of us, and God works through us. So we're little God beings out here, and we are used, if we're taking care of our body and our mind, we're being used as vessels for God, because God is not in a physical form. So for God to work through us, we need to be those pure vessels, so then we could do the work. We have to listen, because when we get these little messages and ideas, we want to jot them down, and we really want to start manifesting it in this new world. We're creating the new world, as the old world is still dismantling, it's still crumbling, and we're seeing it, and we're at this transition point, this tipping point. There's going to be some people that stay in the old world. They only see the crumbling and the destruction of the old world. That's hell. And then you have the other people that are seeing the future and getting excited and being a part of the change and building the future and building the new world, what we want to see. Because before we were just repeating history, and now it seems as though we are going to change history by being different and being our authentic self and seeing the corruption and not not giving it our energy. So we could waste our energy. Okay. We could waste our energy on complaining about how much we hate someone, or we could be like protesting, like, oh, we don't like this, but you're giving your energy. Or you could be like, you know what? I don't like that. And I'm going to choose to give my energy to the people that are doing good in the world and the companies. I'm going to support them, and I am going to create uh, create solutions to the problems in the world by creating this app or this group or this, like, just creating, right? So there's this guy, Indian Town, and he has created this amazing community of people that are helping with sustaining resources in our town. So it's like growing a garden, planting trees, and preparing for any kind of emergencies that happen, which is important with the way the world is going. I mean, if he was so busy, complaining and being like, I don't know what's going to happen, and it's so scary, like, or he could focus on building, and that's what he's doing. And I look up to him, and I think that that is great. And those are the kinds of energy and people that we want to start seeing in the world, in the new world, okay? Because the other side of hate and opposition is not getting us anywhere. That's the old world, okay? Now we have a stellium, okay? A stellium of Aries. And we have a lot of planets. As you can see, we have Neptune, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and then we have Chiron conjunct the new moon. So we have the moon and the sun. And so there's so many planets in Aries right now. And Aries is intense. It needs a lot of energy. It's a spring. It's like the first spring zodiac sign. And it has so much energy to put forth. So we are treading paths that we've never treaded before, because that's what Aries is good at. Aries is brand new to a trail. Okay. So, have you ever been on a hike and there's like a trail, right? There's a trail, a path that is already there for you, but Aries are the ones that make that path. They come out with the machetes and the chainsaws, and they create the path for us. So this is what the energy is about. We're creating a new path. We are not repeating history. We are not repeating history. Say it with me. We're not going to repeat history. We are going to learn from our elders, okay? They had a two-party system. It didn't work. It doesn't work. It creates separation. It creates hate. And it creates opposition, and it creates where you don't move. So have you ever been in a situation where this person, think about this, like someone is pulling a rope this way and the other person is pulling a rope this way, and they're both pulling, but we never get anywhere? It's just kind of like 2 steps this way, 2 steps. And then for this person, it's 2 steps forward, and then this person is 2 steps back, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. And it's just like this tug of war. It doesn't work. Could you imagine if you had the 2 people and they both have the rope and they're helping each other? They're like, okay, let's focus on this over here because that's important. And now let's focus on this over here because that's important. And what about this? And what about that? And everyone has their specialties. Like, that's what makes a great company, right? Like, it would suck if you just had a company of polarity and that you only had like 2 departments. Like, I mean, would that survive? Like, this is how we've been running our country. Insane. Anyways, I hate getting political, but I just felt like it needs to be said, just because this whole stellium of planets, okay, are in the United States 4th house of home. So we're going to most likely see some intensity, some violence, some, hopefully not, some building of something. Like, we're going to be seeing a lot more of what's really going on. So this is not just like set intentions and journal. This is actually taking responsibility for your life, for your community that you live in. This is healing your identity or your self-worth or your values, right? These wounds around our identity and who we are, who we were raised, what we were taught, and trying to unfuck ourselves so we can grow and evolve and actually make better decisions for ourselves and in society, and take action in this energy, even if you're scared. Like, like some people just, you might feel a little, resistant because people that you care about and love might have like a completely extreme political view or extremely different view on what they think you should do with your life. Like, you need to go to college or you need to get this job, but you need to listen to what's best for you, like what your inner soul, because we're all on different soul journeys. We're all learning something different, and we can't just be following in footsteps of people that maybe that was their path, but it's not yours. So it's like, that's another thing that has been programmed and conditioned. Like, I have friends that have been in families of just like, they're all engineers or they're all dentists or they're all doctors, but like usually it's kind of forced upon them, or they don't feel aligned with it. So, and that's just a part of our society all being out of alignment. So when you're out of alignment, you're not in authenticity and you're not in truth with your soul and yourself, and you can't do great work in the world. You're sad, you're depressed, you're out of balance, you're and it all gets stored in the stomach and our bodies, and then you have obesity, and then you have overeating, you have like not taking care of yourself, self-hatred, because you're not in alignment with your soul. So these are all things that we need to start waking up to, helping figure out maybe how to get clean food back in the US. Maybe, help with the chemtrails. There is a guy, and they're doing a lawsuit, but we need everyone to take pictures wherever they're at. Like, you take a picture of like wherever the chemtrail is with like the location. Oh my God, I see a robin. That's a real robin. That's awesome. Yes. Okay. That's really exciting. So yeah, we're being asked to take action here. And Aries, Mars in Aries is you're being pushed to act, right? Saturn in Aries, you must act with discipline and responsibility and diligence and mindfulness. Okay. Chiron in Aries is old wounds around confidence and identity are coming up to be healed. So Chiron is healing our old identity, what we are in the old world. And then Mercury in Aries is we are speaking our truth and we're making decisions and we're moving forward. And Neptune in Aries, what are you believing? Okay. Is it empowering or is it keeping you stuck? Like, there's so much fake shit on the internet now, like with AI and robotics and like manipulation. Like, I have an AI twin, and like, you just don't know what's true. Like, you cannot believe anything on the internet anymore. So sorry to tell you, but that's not a credible source anymore, which television never was. But we really see what it's doing in our like ChatGPT, our phones and stuff like that. But we may see big moves in society here in the United States. Okay. So as all this energy is in our fourth house of home, it could get ugly. So I just wanted to say that. And then, where is this happening in your own life? So you want to check to see where 27 degrees of Aries is. And Pluto is in Aquarius, and it's exactly squaring over to Mars in Aries. So that's huge. Okay. This is power struggles. This is internal pressure. This is transformation through action. Okay, because Pluto in Aquarius is the collective, humanity. Aquarius is humanity. It's our future. And Pluto is the transformation of humanity. We're all transforming. And Mars is squaring that in Aries, like ready. Oh, I'm sorry. Mars is, yeah, it's squaring that. So it's at 5 degrees. They're each at 5. So it's exact. And that's, we might feel triggered or pushed or forced to make moves. Okay. But this is not to break us. This is to transform us into stronger human beings. Okay. And we also have this beautiful, beautiful Venus in Taurus right now, and it's applying to Uranus. This is beautiful energy. This is our values. This is our future alignment. This is our financial and relationship shifts. And this is the breakthrough with our self-worth. Because Venus in Taurus loves their comforts. Okay. And applying to Uranus, Uranus is like the unexpected change, especially with Uranus at the last degrees of Taurus. It's like a 29-degree Taurus. And that is critical. It's like an anaretic degree where our comforts are kind of being jeopardized because Uranus is like unpredictability and it's kind of chaotic energy. And Venus is very dignified and she likes her money. She likes her abundance. She likes her wealth. She likes her comforts, the soft pillows. She likes nice things, nice smells, nice candles. And this might be a little jolting or shaken up when she comes to Uranus. Things could just be pulled out from under her. Okay. But there is this transformation too. And this change with our money system, our value systems. And we're seeing that, okay? You know, Uranus at 29 degrees of Taurus is like, oh. You know, Taurus wants to be stable financially, and Uranus is not. So once Uranus moves into Gemini, we're going to get it under control, okay? But that's what it's been. And what you choose right now can create something completely new and unexpected. So ask yourself, what version of me am I stepping into? What am I done tolerating? Where do I need to take action immediately? What places in my life have I been so comfortable that I am not growing? When stagnancy happens, you don't grow. And then Aries is saying, move your ass, shake it, make it happen. This is exactly why I'm hosting the vision board making party this Saturday, April 11th, because I want to get everyone in the building process. I want everyone to be focusing on what they want and not what they don't want. I've been hearing what people don't want for long enough. Let's stop sitting in the negativity and start manifesting our reality, because in the new world, that's what happens. You manifest with your mind. So what are you manifesting? You manifest with your vision. What is your mind and your emotions and your vision manifesting in your life? And you could probably take a look around and see if you're happy, if you're letting the state of the government, the state of the world get you down. You know, we could all be there, but that's not going to change the world. Okay, we change the world one person at a time in our local community and in our life. Start with yourself. Save yourself. Come if you'd like to join us for this vision board making party. It's going to be amazing. It's in Crockett at Messiah's at 5 o'clock. And the energy exchange is $20. So I can get all the vision boards and the paste. And I want you to bring your own scissors because I don't know how many people are coming. I'm going to bring some scissors. There'll probably be plenty of scissors, but probably be faster if we all had our own. And then we have the printer. Printer ink is expensive, and we're hosting it at the space. I would love to donate some of that money to Messiahs for hosting at their spot, their art collective, to help pay the rent on that space. So all your donations help, and this is going to be fun. I'm also going to have some festive, refreshing sipping stuff. I have got some donations, and then also my teas that I curate myself. I will have that. And yeah, everything that you need to create your vision, a magical, intentional space, and refreshing sips. So just bring your scissors and let's have a party. So we are literally going to start building the future that we are stepping into. So this is the new moon portal, a decision point, a reset, and you can, stay in the old version of yourself, or you could step it up into a new one maybe that takes actions on what it believes or desires, or who it leads, or who creates a reality on purpose. Because again, every choice that you make is a brick that builds your future. So choose wisely. And I'll see you on the next video, or I'll see you at the vision board making party, or I'm hosting a paint and sip. It's going to be the Galactic Mind Paint and Sip. Literally the day before Uranus enters into Gemini, I'm hosting a paint and sip at Revival Coffee and Crockett, and it is going to be the Galactic Mind. And what that means is we're going to start painting, and that first hour we're creating a painting. Then I'm going to set a timer for every half hour, and we're going to rotate our paintings to our friends, our family, whoever else is there, and we're going to add our little piece to the other person's painting. And we're going to rotate probably I don't know, maybe 4 times or 3 times, and everyone will get a little chance. If you have friends there, then you can rotate with your friends. I'm not going to tell anyone that they have to rotate their painting, but it'll be fun. And then you will end up leaving with your painting that you started with for the first hour. And it's not going to be big or dramatic, these additions, but it will be an addition, and it's going to be really fun and really interconnecting. It's very Uranus and Gemini, So I wanted to create that energy for the next paint and sip, which is April 25th at 4 o'clock at Revival Coffee in Crockett. I will see you there, or see you square. If you'd like tickets, Venmo Lucid Living Coach, $45 up until April 18th. That's the early owl discount. And then after that will be $55. All supplies included, including wine to sip. And then we have the coffee shop there for if you don't drink. So yeah, I think I'm going to pull a card and see what Spirit has to add to this new moon in Aries report. Ooh, it's kind of chilly. Okay, ready? Oh, geez. Really? All right, here we go. 3 fell out. 4 fell. 5. Okay. The Devil card. All right. We have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. Just going to do an intuitive read on this. The King of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the 3 of Wands. So it looks like we have 3 wand cards, which are fire, and we have the King of Swords, which is air, and then we have the Devil card, which is the major arcana. So the Devil card is about Saturn, Capricorn. I release toxic habits, darkness, balancing shadows, impulses, and habits. So this is temptation. One eventually succumbs to a certain path of losing your paradise. You are currently acting in a way that satisfies you in the moment, but ends up hurting you later. So you're likely allowing rush impulses to guide your steps instead of letting Your actions inform what you'd like to achieve in the long term. So this is letting, don't let your shadows and other people bring you down. Make decisions and that is more aligned with you. It says pick one bad habit that you'd like to release and zoom out to count how many times you engage with it each day. Write this number down every night and work on decreasing it day by day. Okay. And then the 9 of Wands. Let's get to the ones. The 9 of Wands is I embrace my challenges, for they offer transformation. Okay. I like that. The 3 of Wands, I move with the sun's impulses. And then the Ace of Wands is I take the opportunity to expand. And the King of Swords, I use my mental powers wisely. Any type of power quickly turns destructive without heart. So we want to refrain from the negative thinking. Okay. So here's the mind. The mind is a fertile ground, and upright is you're not keeping your thoughts on what's pure. So, and I talked about that. So that's confirmation. And we can't let this kind of devil energy get in the way. This kind of negative thinking, get in the way. We need to stay focused on the light. See this, the light, the Ace of Wands, walking through that door, looking at yourself and loving yourself, loving you, who you are and what you have to contribute to society and the world at this time. And just having time, a little time for yourself. She's sitting by herself. This is the sunset or the sunrise. I don't know, but she is in deep thought. She seems like she's mourning something as well, and she's allowing herself to work through that energy. And so that aligns with my message. And the High Priestess. This is the Moon card. There is a balance between the masculine and feminine. She's got the moon at her feet. This is her emotions, and she is in control of her emotions. She is the High Priestess. Do you see all the fruits of her labor behind her? She has something to show for all the hard work that she's done. And I love that. And so I'll leave that at that. The reading there's a lot of messages in this video. I hope you liked it. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel if you're new to my channel, and hit the bell notification so you get all of them, and share my videos if you feel that someone could benefit from these videos. I will see you on the next video, and you stay mindful, stay awake, stay on path, and keep lucid living. Peace out. Your Lucid Living Coach, Karina.